The other thing that I wanted to quickly bring up is they have announced and confirmed the number of spots that are going to qualify for the World Championship this year via the second stage of the Duelist Cup. And we are quickly going to talk about that, and that is going to be the following numbers. Area A, Japan, only first place. Area B, Asia, only first place. Area C, North America, only first place. Area D, Latin America, only first place. Area E, Europe, Middle East, Oceania, Africa, first and second. Let's go. 2 spots for us. 2 spots for us. So, it appears, and this is me just guessing the reason for these. It might have something to do with the World Championship happening in Europe, but I actually don't think it is that, because the very first World Championship in Japan, we still had 2 spots. We still had 2 spots in 2023, even though it wasn't in Europe. So I think that story checks out, is that they took one away from Europe last year because the winning team was re-invited and it was from Europe. And this year, the winning team is from North America. So they are taking 1 spot away from North America, because North America used to have 2 as well, I think. So I think that's what it is, which I kind of feel like it makes sense. On the other hand, it kind of is, it's kind of weird, because it makes it so that when you're watching the World Championship and you're trying to qualify next year, you kind of have to root against your own region, right? Because like when Europe wins, you're like, oh, well, cool. Now next year is going to be harder to qualify for Europe. So like the region is basically being a little bit like slightly punished for winning the World Championship. You know what I mean? It makes sense if you want the World Championship to have like an even distribution, right? Of all the regions, I think, which is, I think, the main goal ultimately. So I kind of get that, but like it also has some weird applications. Either way, this year, it's good for Europe that we get the 2nd spot again. It's gonna make it very hard for North America, of course. The competition is gonna be very hard, and it's still gonna be very hard for Europe, of course. But yeah. The Duelist Cup is something that we're going to talk about more later, because, of course, we are now in the situation where we can finally basically completely test for the Master Duel Duelist Cup format, and it's happening in 1.5 weeks. I will say, I currently do not know whether I'm going to stream the Duelist Cup yet or not. This is something I'll let you guys know this at some point over the course of the next week. But at the moment, I don't know if I'm going to be live over the course of the weekend. The reason is the following, because I want to try my best to qualify. And I'm probably putting more pressure on myself than I should, or that I need to. But I'm trying to think, like, you know, I want to do as best as I can. And even though I am, you would think I'm like used to streaming at this point, and used to even streaming the Duelist Cups for a long time, and so on and so forth. And I know it's great content. At the same time, I do feel like it might be different when I can just play off stream with like no added pressure from knowing people are watching the way I play, or so on and so forth. The thing is, I don't know, right? I don't know, because I have never done this. I have never played a Duelist Cup without streaming it. I don't know if it makes a difference, right? And if I end up streaming it because for the content and so on and so forth, I won't know. If I don't make it, I won't know if I maybe could have played better if I didn't stream it or so. And I don't want to like look back at it after the tournament and think to myself, what could have happened if I focused more or whatever, right? And the thing is, with the Duelist Cups, I'm way more okay basically with the idea of not qualifying in a Duelist Cup, because in a Duelist Cup it is first place in the world, right? It is first place in the world, and that is, no matter what you do, that is super hard to do. It's never realistic to be first in the world in a Duelist Cup, right? And so I'm like, if it's unrealistic no matter what, then I might as well stream it and have something from it, like make good content out of the weekend. And worst case, you know, that's how it's been with the previous Duelist Cups, right? Like I streamed it, I didn't qualify, but ultimately I was still happy I did it because it was like it was good content, right? Like I was never mad that I spent my weekend doing the Duelist Cup, because at the end of the day it was also like, you know, I was streaming the entire time, so it was basically also work at the same time. For this one though, because it's a regional qualifier, and instead of first in the world, what I have to do is second or first in Europe, which is way more realistic. It's still difficult, but it's way more realistic. That's the one where I'm like, I want to try my best. I want to relax the most I can, and I want to like have the best chances possible. And I think that would mean not streaming it. I haven't really reached a decision on it yet. I'm just letting you know that is the reason if I'm not live over the course of the weekend. And I'll also, of course, I'll let you know over the course of the next week. But yeah, I don't know. Record it. I could technically record it. There's some other options in my mind. I'm like, I could stream it without like without face cam at all, because I won't be talking anyways. That is also something I could do. No mic, no face cam, just gameplay but at that point I don't even know how good of a stream that would be, because I feel like one of the biggest parts of watching the stream is like seeing my reactions and so on and so forth. I don't know.